gotcha. I'm natural, bro. Come at me on Instagram or TikTok, motherfuckers. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Man here to save this kid's disastrous bench pressing technique. Oh, not too shabby. He has been paying attention. First thing we're going to do, that looked like some pretty decent pressing power. So I'm not going to really worry too much about the strength. We're just going to take the bar down all the way to just the bar, because it's going to be hard to practice with any sort of significant weight on there and with anything heavier. So we're going to just go over a little bit of bench pressing technique, but it was important for me to see that to make a little bit of analysis. First thing that you're doing is you're kind of out here. You were doing a good job of bringing your elbows to the side as you were bringing the weight down. Brought the weight into a pretty good position, but you're just over pressing. So we're going to lay down on the bench again. This is a very common thing. Owen feels the resistance of gravity and the resistance of weight, so he's pushing out as much as he can because he's saying to himself, I don't want to cheat, I want to do full range of motion. But full range of motion in some of these exercises, to be a little safer, is to pull those shoulder blades kind of down and back, and full range of motion will be here, because elbow's still locked. So let's see what that looks like. Go all the way down to your chest. There you go. And we want to come more like here. Yep. In a good way, especially with somebody young. Owen's only been lifting for a little bit. Go ahead and extend the arms all the way. Stay there. We're going to have him bring the weight to his sternum. So bring the weight down to your sternum. And let the weight sit there. And now pull the weight, almost like pretend you're pulling it through your body. There you go. And now bring your elbows in, tuck them inward. That's right where you want to be. Now flex your bicep a little bit. See if you can do that. Now push up with everything you got. There we go. We're going to do that again. Elbows in. There you go. As you come down, as you're pulling. Yeah. Yep. And you see the alignment of the shoulders is in better position. He looks slightly more comfortable. Chest big, chest up. Yeah, there you go. Chest up, chest up. Good, one more rep. Nice, good, rack the weight. We're gonna go back to that same weight that he started with, and we're gonna see if we can have a positive result right here on the spot. We're just gonna rest a moment because we don't wanna just have him keep continuously bench pressing. He'll just run out of steam at some point. Key concepts on the bench is that you want to try to arch your mid back and your upper back because you want to increase your stability, decrease the range of motion a little bit, which will end up increasing your ability to bench press more weight. Go ahead and do what you just did. I noticed that you just kind of did this like stretch. Go ahead and turn to the side a little bit more. Go ahead and do that stretch again. That front stretch that you did. Stay there. This is exactly, him learning how to push his shoulders this way is a really good thing, because this is something that you may want to perform occasionally, doing like a seated row, so you can open up the lats. But what we want to do from here, if he's able to push him forward, we should be able to teach him how to put him back here in his back pocket. So without bending the elbows, see if you can take that shoulder and see if you can kind of pull him back there. Jesus Christ, why am I even showing this kid anything? He already has it down. Another thing we want to do is we want to flex the lats. And so from that position, go ahead and start with the bad position. Shoulders forward, Superman pose there. Go ahead and bring the shoulders back the way you did. Chest a little higher even. God damn, he's good at that. Now just push against me here. Yep, and that turns the lats on automatically. Go ahead and keep pushing. Lats are turned on. That's exactly what you want from when you're bench pressing. Now it's weird for bench pressing because as you go to take the weight out, there's not really a resistance there. But we have to figure out a way to lock them in and almost pretend there's a resistance there. So let's see if you can keep the shoulders back and keep both shoulder blades. The whole thing you're trying to do is keep your shoulder blades on the bench press the entire time. You don't want that blade to become unwound, because then it's winged out. It's literally called winged out. It's winged out, and now you're going to be bench pressing like this, and you can be loading all that weight into your front delt, which over time won't feel great. And you may be someone that might be able to bench press that way, and maybe you don't ever run into injuries, but for the most part, I see a lot of people do run into shoulder injuries that way, so we want to avoid that. In my opinion, the best way to press the most amount of weight is to figure out how to increase stability, how to decrease the range of motion, which is going to increase your ability because you're going to be pressing the weight in a shorter range of motion in a safer fashion. So here we go. Good, let's pause on the chest. Yep, there you go, good. Nice. Think about pressing hard, but you want to pause, okay? There you go, good, a couple more. Good, last one. Good, rack the weight. A big reason for the pause is to try to make the exercise a little less complicated. It does make the exercise a little bit harder, but pausing gives the athlete an opportunity to pause and to kind of think about what they're doing. And you could do this on a box squat. You can do this after someone performed a rep of deadlifts. They could put the weight down, they could stand up without the weight, leave the weight on the ground, and they can walk over and they can pick it up again. And that could be, those could still be considered successive reps that were done in one set, and someone could perform 5 reps that way. I'd rather see newer people do that because it gets to be confusing if you're trying to go fast or you're trying to go heavy. You're not going to be able to learn properly, you're not going to be able to practice properly if you're moving too fast or you're trying to move too much weight. So we're going to have Owen only concentrate on this next set. He's just going to do 1 rep. He's going to rack it. He's going to sit the way that he's sitting. He's going to rest 10 seconds, and he's going to do individual reps, maybe about 3 or 4 times. And let's see what that looks like. One of the key ingredients here is for me to shut the fuck up and not say anything while he's going, because he has to learn it for himself. Good. You notice that without saying anything, he kind of jumped the pause, and he was like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot to pause. And then he paused it, he auto-corrected, already knowing that I'm not going to give him an audible. Nice work. Good. We're going to give Owen one more thing to think about here. Just a little extra time on your setup, and make sure that your legs are firm. So to have your legs firm and set up properly, they're already in pretty good position, but you want to try to pretend that you're shoving your foot into the front of your shoe, like you're trying to do like a leg extension or like a kick. So as you're setting up, get yourself set, get the shoulders set, take just a half second longer, and make sure the legs are set.
As I'm setting up at the top.
Yeah.
At the top, all right.
Nice. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Legs are tight the whole time, so as soon as you get yourself situated, then get your legs tight. If I was to touch your legs, they should be flexed. Nice, there you go. We're just gonna do 1 more rep. One last critique is you're unracking the weight a little bit fast. Just take like 2 seconds longer, like think about, okay, I gotta lock this right arm in. Okay, I gotta lock this left arm in. Okay, the legs are there. Okay, now I'm ready to bench, and then unrack it. So just take a little bit longer to unrack it. There's no hurry, and there's no advantage to like trying to unrack with strength. There you go. Great job. Yep. That looked pretty damn good to me. How many times have you practiced bench pressing? Any idea?
3-4 times.
There we go. So that's some huge strides. Now, what I would suggest to Owen is there is absolutely no reason being that you benched only 3 or 4 times, for you to use any more weight than that. I know that he's in here at Super Training Gym. He's one of our videographers and editors, and so he sees what people move around in here. He sees people moving 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, and so on. But there's still no reason for him to get froggy with the weights. He has to stay in his lane with what he does. Just as if Owen was to take someone into our editing room and say, hey, edit this video, it would turn into a giant shit show, turn into a giant piece of shit, because it's not something that that person would be ready for. So in order to be ready for it, you have to be prepared in this way. This is the way that you prepare yourself. So for the next 2-3 weeks, maybe do this 1 or 2 times a week. You can do these individual reps, do a couple sets. And because you're young, I think you're what, 20?
19.
19. Because you're still a teenager, you're going to get freakishly freaking strong. But just wait until your strength is a little bit over what you're about to do next. That way you'll always ensure that you're staying safe. That's how you bench press from Omni-Man. Strength is never weakness. Weakness is never strength. Catch you guys later.